I thought it'd be nice to visit Gwen one more time in her tropical paradise. Nobody really asked about it, but, well, actually one person did ask about how Gwen was able to bounce the beach ball. And I guess most everybody knows how to do it, and but of course that's never stopped me before. I'll go ahead and do a little quick tutorial on how to get Gwen to bounce the beach ball. It's not perfect, but it's a quick way to do it, and maybe you can improve on it. Let's get started by turning off a few things and making it a little easier to see what's going on. And let's go to our preview camera, and now we'll take a look here. Let's click on the ball there. Okay. And I'm going to hit Control D, and you'll see we've got some dummy objects right here. And what I've done, I've basically taken the container object, I think bowl number 002 here, and I've taken that bowl and I have sized it and reduced its shape and made it a dummy object. And that's the key, or one way. You can make it invisible, but making it a dummy sometimes works good. And all I've done is attach, I'll delete that. All I've done here, as you can see, let's go up to Gwen and look at what we've got here. We've got the left hand attachment, which is this dummy right here. And then I've got a dummy bowl attached to the right hand. And then just to be safe, I went ahead and created another bowl and attached it right here to her middle, and that way it keeps the ball from rolling too far out of her hands, just in case, because this was quick, down and dirty method. And of course physics is going to be turned on, and let's take a look at the left hand object here. And I'll look at the physics properties, and basically it's just simply a kinematic object with its self mesh turned on, and the same for all of the objects. They're simply kinematic objects with self-mesh, pretty much the default settings. And I have attached that object to the hand. And that's been attached right here, as you can see, to the left hand. All I'm doing now is animating Gwen's hands back and forth. And we'll take a look here at the motion. And we've got a basic motion set up. Probably just a motion puppet, I think I did, of her, an idle motion. And then all these keyframes simply are her hands moving around. I've also got a few finger animations there, so the fingers are moving a little bit. But she's basically just holding a physics ball with dynamic properties. That's just the normal beach ball that's in the physics properties folder. And just bouncing it, and then just pushing the hands with some keyframes right here. And also I'm using the bowl attached to her middle there to do the real pushing. And here we have selected that bowl which is attached to Gwen's middle, and we can see I've got just a few keyframes here, and they're actually doing the pushing. That particular bowl object, dummy object, is actually doing the pushing. The hands really aren't doing too much other than turning a little bit and looking like they're pushing, and they could, but I found it was a little easier and I had more control if I used this object here, which is a bowl kinematic object. That's adjustable, and I can tweak that to let it release slower or faster or go further, and that's all there was to it. And then of course I just baked that particular sequence of physics properties. I just baked that physics sequence. We'll turn it on here now and just let it once again go. Now, another important thing when you're creating the physics animation, turn on frame by frame. You'll get much more accurate motion from your physics objects. And we'll hit Control D, and you can see we're just doing it that way. And I'm just animating the hands here with the keyframes, like so. So that's really all there was to that, and I'm sure most everybody knew that, but figured I'd go ahead and show it, create another Tute, and just hope that helps.